Yep.
Actually, this story was from see the original history of business cards. We should find some. I mean, those are just one of those.
It's only $1,500.
Saw the little lamb.
Was on the sheriff's. He was a special deputy for the sheriff's department for a while too. He wants to be involved in this contract. So we're ready to get going. Well, on in the other room. Well, good morning and welcome to the Bullitt County Fiscal Court. It's January 21st and it's 9:30. At this time, Perry, would you come up and lead us in an invocation and a prayer and a pledge of allegiance, please?
If you'll join me in prayer. Father, God, we're so thankful for this beautiful day you've given us. Lord, we're thankful for this beautiful community and the people that you have placed in this community. God, we're so thankful for our elected officials. God, we just ask that you give them wisdom and discernment as they lead and set forth a path for all of your creation. And so, God, we just ask that your spirit be here today with us. And we are so thankful of your hand that's moving in this community. Be with us now. It's in your precious son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Perry. At this time, Sam, if you call the roll, bring the court to order, please.
Yes, sir. Sarah Sanders.
Present.
Sean Logston.
Here.
Karen Johnson.
Here.
Brian Bleemel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes,
All present.
thank you. Now, the approval of the minutes for the January 10th, 2025 Bullitt County Fiscal Court meeting.
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes for the January 10th fiscal court meeting.
I have a motion by 4th District Magistrate Bleemel, a second by 1st District Magistrate Sanders to approve the minutes as presented for the Bullitt County Fiscal Court meeting January 10th, 2025. Sam, call the roll, please.
Logston.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Bleemel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Motion carried.
The Treasurer's Transfer Report, Canan.
I make a motion that we approve the treasurer's transfer report as presented.
I'll second.
Got a motion by 2nd District Magistrate Logston, a second by 3rd District Magistrate Johnson to approve the Treasurer's Transfer Report as presented. Sam, call the roll, please.
Johnson.
Yes.
Bleemel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes,
Sanders.
Yes.
Logston.
Yes.
Motion carried.
thank you. Presentation and approval of all bills.
I make a motion that we
Got a motion by First District Magistrate Sanders, a second by Second District Magistrate Logston to approve the bills as presented. Sam, call the roll, please.
Blemo,
Yes.
Judge Summers,
Yes.
Sanders,
Yes.
Logston,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
motion carried.
Thank you. Treasurer's report, Canan, please.
That would be the appropriation condition report, the revenue condition report, the long-term liability report, and intra-fund cash transfer report, financial statement through December the 31st of 2024 as reported to the Department of Local Government for your approval.
I'll make a motion, we approve the treasurer's report.
Second.
Got a motion by Second District Magistrate Logston, a second by Fourth District Magistrate Blamewell to approve the treasurer's report as presented. Sam, call the roll, please.
Judge Summers,
Yes.
Sanders,
Yes.
Logston,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Blemo,
Yes.
motion carried.
Thank you. Guest speakers, we have two. Perry, if you'd like to.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the court. I've got some things to hand out.
Thank you, Perry.
I just wanted to really quickly, first update, we're excited. Saturday night, we opened the White Flag Shelter here in Shepherdsville, right next door at First Baptist Shepherdsville. We've had 6 guests already. We're doing a warming station yesterday, today, and tomorrow at Mercy Hill Church. And so we're trying to get, folks, we've got street teams out trying to find people that are unhomed. And that are or living in their cars, and try to get them to warmth and safety. So we're excited that the White Flag Shelter is open, and we're getting ready to go. So I just wanted to kind of update you really quickly with some of our 2024 results, Mark 12 ministry, and just kind of give you guys a landscape of the need in our community. So in 2024, we served 1,061 individuals. And 62% of those were vulnerable classes of kids and seniors. We provided $66,700 in assistance through the Outreach Thrift Store, which was a 36% increase from last year. And that touched 455 families. Through our Operation Restore, which is our veterans program, we participated in the Week of Honor. We've started Veterans Group, and we've started a partnership with USA Cares, which is going to bring federal monies into our county to help with our homeless veterans. Also, with our Healing Together program, we started 6 support groups, and we've trained 20 facilitators. And again, that is hopefully to step into the mental health gap or mental health services gap that we have in our county. And we continue to partner with the libraries for our mental health safe places. We also were blessed to provide 4 vehicles to families this year. Those are donated vehicles to Mark 12. A lot of times they need a little bit of work, and so we've got mechanics from churches that volunteer to get those vehicles up and running, and we're able to give reliable transportation to families. And then we had 17 participants in our Room the Inn program, or Pathway Home. And the exciting thing about this year, we had 3 graduates, but we also had 12 reunifications. And why I'm excited about that is these are folks that had came into our program and were doing so well that their families came back into the picture and brought them back into the family. And so these are folks that had been incarcerated or had been in addiction, had broken those bridges with their families, and so they had come into our program and they had been reunified with them. And so I just wanted to give you guys a quick snapshot of what Mark 12 Ministry was able to accomplish this year in the county. And again, all the monies that we get, everything that we do is all strictly for Bullitt County. So any questions?
Perry, that looks good.
Harry, I'd just like to thank progress you have made in the past year.
Thanks. Appreciate it. God has been good, and we have been blessed.
Yeah, and it sounds like the thrift store is really doing good. Is that where all that money, the 66,000, did it come from, just the thrift store?
That's from the thrift store, and that's from the material assistance that we give. And so through our voucher program, where we partner with multi-purpose community action and all the schools and all the other agencies in our community, that's how we're able to provide those monies and the materials like the clothing and the small appliances. And this doesn't even include like when we had the fire in Shepherdsville. That was over and beyond what we did. This is just what we do out of the outreach thrift this past year.
Okay, good deal.
So thank you all
All right,
very much.
thank you, Perry. Okay, well, Ruth, you're on here twice, once for guest speaker and then for presentations, so come on. Well, all right, well, come on up here, all right? And for those of you who don't know it, Ruth Chowning's head of the homemakers at the Bullitt County Extension.
My name is Ruth Chowning. I am the Extension Agent for Family and Consumer Sciences at the Bullitt County Extension Service. I'm here on behalf of the Bullitt County Homemakers to present to you and to share with you some information. For those who do not know about the Homemaker Organization, it is an organization that is dedicated to education, to service, and so I will be speaking about service today, as well as just being a part of the community. So today the homemakers would like to present to the judge and to fiscal court because the homemakers report every year the work that they are doing. They have done multiple community outreach programs, but they have contributed over 29,091 hours. And so the amount of work that they do, when we look at what it costs as a volunteer, we have to present to you today a check for $825,332.90. This represents the hours that have been given by the Bullitt County Homemakers. There are 4 main clubs. The Heritage Club gave 24,301 hours. The Brooks Club gave 4,158 hours. And the Cedar Grove Club gave 2,265 hours. We had individuals who donated hours, and so they report their hours as hours they have given towards the extension office, which as a taxing district, we like to report that. Hours they have given to their own organization, as well as hours they have given in the community and to people who live in the community. So when I look at and I report to you the hours that have been given, they have given over, just as individuals, specifically our top individual, has given over 6,600 hours to people in the community as well as community groups. So we have over 17 members out of the 100 members that have reported giving over 500 hours. And so they want you to know they are here to serve your community and your county. And they like to help with different initiatives, and when they see a need, they step in. They have provided all kinds of things for family resource centers, for the Community Action Center. So I'm here today on behalf of the Bullitt County Homemakers to present to you the fact that the Bullitt County Homemakers are here working and serving in your community. And if you don't know them, they would like to know. I'd like for my ladies who are here as Bullitt County Homemakers to come up. Brenda Eddington is one of the individuals that is coming up, and she is the one who reported the 6,600 hours. We also have our officers. Jane Garman is our county president. Janie Garman is our vice president. Pat Baker and Belinda Weber are here. So would it be possible for them to present you all a check?
Sure, absolutely. Here, we'll be happy to.
Come on over here. Go on over there in the middle.
Here. And, there you go. I can stand above it. There you go. Come on, Ruth. You need to get up here too.
Thank you all so much.
So that you know, the Bullitt County Homemakers is one of the oldest organizations besides Women's Club here in the county, and they continue to be active in the communities.
Absolutely. There you go. Thank you all. Miss Eddington, thank you all so much. Ruth, thank you all for all you do. There you go. Well, let me see here. I think we can do it. We can fit it in the chute. And again, Ruth, Miss Eddington, and all of you, we truly appreciate all you do for our community. And this was really a pleasant surprise. But anytime you want to come back this holler, we'll give you a permanent seat, permanent bench here, okay?
Thank you all.
Thank you all so much. Okay.
Amazing.
That was terrific. Okay, new business. The second reading for zoning ordinance 25-01. Gerald and Judy LaFollette. Mr. Winchell?
The ordinance reads, Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 25-01, an ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural to R1 residential. The property in question is 4.012 acres, more or less, located at Ridge Road, Tract 3A, parcel number 064-000-00-006 in an unincorporated area of the county. Wherefore, the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County considered the evidence of public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of the Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the Fiscal Court. And whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change and approves and accepts the recommendation of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, and determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be improved, and now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, that the Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated areas of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in docket number 2024Z-60, is hereby changed from agricultural to R1 residential. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be affected and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent that they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Given first reading and public hearing at a special meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 10th day of January, 2025, and given second reading and voted on in a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 21st day of January, 2025.
Thank you, Mr. Winchell.
I make a motion we accept zoning ordinance 2501, Gerald and Judy LaFollette, by planning and zoning's recommendation.
I'll second.
Got a motion by 4th District Magistrate Blamel, a second by 1st District Sanders to approve the planning and zoning recommendation for 25-01 for Gerald and Judy LaFollette. Sam, call the roll, please.
Sanders.
Yes.
Logston.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Blamel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Motion carried.
There you go. Second reading for zoning ordinance 25-02. Yvonne, there you go. You're good.
The ordinance reads, Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 25-02, an ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural to R1 residential. The property in question is 9.179 acres, more or less, located at Alpar Lane, parcel number 063-000-006 in an unincorporated area of the county. Wherefore, the fiscal court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of the Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the fiscal court. And whereas the fiscal court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, and determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be approved. And now therefore be it ordained by the fiscal court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in docket number 2024Z-61, is hereby changed from agricultural to R1 residential. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be affected and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent that they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed, given first reading and public hearing at a special meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 10th day of January 2025, and given second reading and voted upon at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 21st day of January 2025.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell.
I'll make a motion that we accept and approve the Planning Commission's recommendation for zoning ordinance 2502. Yvonne Laring.
Second.
Got a motion by 2nd District Magistrate Logston, a second by 4th District Magistrate Blamel to approve zoning ordinance 25-02. Sam, call the roll, please.
Logston?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Blamel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Sanders?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. 25-03.
The ordinance reads, Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 25-03, an ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural to R1 residential. The property in question is 1.2 acres, more or less, located at 206 Cromwell Lane, parcel number 072-000-00-055H, in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the fiscal court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the fiscal court. And whereas the fiscal court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change, and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be approved. Now, therefore, be it ordained by the fiscal court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission in docket number 2024Z-62, is hereby changed from agricultural to R1 residential. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be affected and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent that they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed, given first reading and public hearing at a special meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 10th day of January 2025, and given second reading and voted upon at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 21st day of January 2025.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell.
I'll make a motion that we accept Planning Commission's recommendation for zoning ordinance 2503 for Stormy Tucker.
Second.
Got a motion by 4th District Magistrate Blamel, a second by 3rd District Magistrate Johnson to accept the plan and zoning recommendation for 25-03, Stormy Tucker. Sam, call the roll, please.
Johnson?
Yes.
Blamel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Sanders?
Yes.
Logston?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. And zoning ordinance 25-04, the text amendment.
The ordinance reads, Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 25-04, an ordinance relating to text amendment 2024T-02, deleting sections 5.900 through 5.904 of the Bullitt County Planning and Zoning Regulations Planned Unit Development. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of the Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the Fiscal Court. And whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said text amendment and approves and accepts the planning recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, and determines that the proposed text amendment is acceptable and should be approved. And now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, that text amendment 2024T-02, deleting sections 5.900 through 5.904 of the Bullitt County Joint Planning Commission regulations in their entirety is adopted. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be affected and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent that they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed, given first reading and public hearing at a special meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 10th day of January, 2025, given second reading and voted upon at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 21st day of January, 2025.
Thank you, Mr. Witchell.
I'll make a motion that we accept the Planning Commission's recommendation for zoning ordinance 2504 text amendment.
I'll second that. I have a motion by 4th District Magistrate Blamo, a second by myself to go along with the zoning ordinance text amendment 25-04 recommended by the Planning and Zoning Commission. Sam, call a roll.
Blamo,
Yes.
Judge Summers,
Yes.
Sanders,
Yes.
Loxton,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
motion carried.
Thank you. Mike, the new tooling, we need a new cooling tower, your presentation for this courthouse itself.
Thank you, Judge Summers. First off, I don't never had the pleasure of meeting you ladies, but thank you for all you do in this county. That was a pretty amazing thing that you done there just a minute ago. I'm going to stand in here for Mark Gardner today. You all have in your packets before you a cooling tower estimate that we need to get the ball rolling really quick, as one of the only people in this room that has went through this before. A cooling tower is what keeps this building warm and cool in the summer. So it's pretty important that we get this thing ball rolling on it, because it's a 10 to 12 week build time. If you look behind you, standing in that black fence back there, that's a cooling tower. You all have one in this building. It's just hid by a privacy fence. So what you have in front of you, if you have any questions on that, I've worked pretty closely with Mr. Gardner on this. He unfortunately couldn't be here to present this, but we need to get this thing rolling. So if not, we're not going to have air when it comes heat time here. It took 14 weeks to get the one for the Judicial Center. These things are so big that they're not sitting on somebody's shelf.
Mike, is this the first time we've had to replace this one?
As far as I'm aware of, yes. I think this was installed when they did the remodels and stuff of this building. The one, we replaced mine about 7 years ago. These things are rusted. Between Mr. Gardner and myself, we have patched and got road signs from the road department and roofing cement, and we've got this thing patched as much as we can. It's like your car. At some point, you just gotta let it go. And we are past that point.
I assume this is the only proposal we got back on this?
Yeah, this is what we need. We got that in under 40,000. It's 39.5 is what it is.
Motion that we approve the new cooling tower for the courthouse for a sum of $39,500.
I'll second that motion.
I got a motion by 1st District Magistrate Sanders, a second by 2nd District Magistrate Logsdon, to approve the proposal from Above All Mechanical for the repairs of the or for the new cooling tower for the fiscal court meeting for $39,500. Yes, ma'am. Right, yep. Yep,
Yeah, you all have that in front of you, and that's because
Right.
they're not gonna build this without some kind of money up front.
right,
That's why that's asked.
So we are
Abs-
to do a down payment of $15,000.
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
And the remaining is due
30 days.
30 days
yep,
of $24,500.
correct, yep,
Still a second.
yep, there you go. Sam, call the roll.
Judge Summers,
Yes,
Sanders,
Yes.
Logston,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flemel,
Yes.
motion carried.
thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Court. On behalf of Mr. Gardner, I'm sure he appreciates it. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for stepping up. And Robert, the purchase agreement for the rented cat drum roller that we had in the Christmas parade.
Morning.
First of all, Robert, thank you all, entire road department for everything y'all been doing over the last, month or few weeks in particular. But I've got a lot of positive feedback from people I know in my area and everything, so I really appreciate all you, and make sure you send that message to everybody there. Entire road.
Appreciate it.
To follow up with that, a lot of people in my community, they have just responded very positive about what y'all have done.
Good deal.
Everybody says you can tell a big difference when you get in county to county and city to city, so really appreciate it. But, just make sure everybody over there knows, I know it.
It cost us, about $180,000 the last few weeks have,
Right.
so. Eat in the budget pretty good. So, did y'all get a copy of the roller?
Yes,
Yeah, that roller we've got this second year in a row, it's broke down on us right in the middle of paving season. And both, last year, it was down 3.5 months. This year, it was down 6 months. And, so it's really time to move it on. Let somebody else deal with that. In this thing, they've got, they give us a super good price to start out at $44,000. That's probably a little better than 20,000 under what they're going for. And then they're going to apply the rent that we paid for this other one to the purchase price. It come up to $13,800 that we've done paid in rent. And so that comes off at 44. And then I see, I called them this morning, this, they got the trade in. If we trade our roller in that's still in the shop, they've got it marked down for 15, but the deal we'd worked out was 16. So when I talked to them this morning, they said they would still stand with that 16. So that was a little better. But the actual payoff on it, if we buy this roller, it'd be $14,200.
So we're trading, trading the old one that we've had for like 10 years in,
Yeah,
and the one we've got is one,
yeah.
the other one broke down.
Yeah, the one we've been using the last 6 months is a rental. Yeah.
Those, it said something about 2 invoices. Is those 2 that are like rental invoices that we just haven't paid yet? Is that
Yeah,
what
they
those
was
are?
rental invoices, they done been paid.
But it sounds like that's a pretty good deal, so even all the past rent we've applied, they're gonna put that towards the price and discount the price of it.
yep.
Right.
So the price of it is $44,000.
The price that we'll be paying,
Pardon?
what was that?
Is the price of the roller $44,000?
That's what it started out, 44,000.
It starts out?
That's what it would be if there wasn't no deals made for us.
Yeah.
We're gonna apply all the rent, and then we're gonna trade one in, and then I think we're just gonna be responsible for 14,200, is that right?
Yeah,
So you need a check from us for 14,200?
yeah.
I'll put that in the form of a motion that we, cut a check for 14,200, and a addition to all the other things that have to happen, on this email. So, but there's 2 invoices that would be paid anyway, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So those, that we don't need to make a motion about. Does anything need to be specific in regard to this email, or do we just need to make the motion?
You have to have the 2,900 added on the list for the transfer funds.
No, I think we could build that canopy ourselves for about 300. So we'll probably just make a canopy for it.
So you just do that yourself, you won't need that in the motion? Okay, well, I don't know how to clean my motion up, but I guess, we'll cut a check for $14,200 and then, follow along with all the requirements in order to purchase the rented unit.
Correct.
And all them other invoices, they're done paid. I checked on them again this morning, and they're all paid already.
Yeah.
So,
They already paid.
yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have a secondary.
No, we really don't have to, but we can. That'd be nice.
All right, second.
Got a motion by Second District Magistrate Logsdon, a second by Fourth District Magistrate Blamwell to approve the purchase agreement for the rented cat drum roller with the attached information. Sam, call the roll.
Sanders.
Yes.
Logsdon.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Blamel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, Robert, and your list is next as well from the road department, the surplus.
Y'all got that?
Yep.
The surplus. Yeah, that's everything that, we've done everything we can do with these. And some of them's got straps holding the bed sides on. And
Right.
they're junk. And all this will be gov deals, and then with the gov deal, we'll make sure that we highlight, they need to come check it out if they're gonna bid on it. So we don't have no problem after the sale. Probably at least 3 out of them 7 dump trucks is not even road worthy. So,
I'll make a motion that we accept the surplus list from the road department.
I do have one question. On the 8 snow plows, that still leaves us enough, because
that leaves us 3 spares on top of what we actually got on our trucks. Kept 3 just in case we break something.
because every time we get a new truck, we get the outfit with it,
Get a new
plow
plow
and
with it.
salt pump.
Yeah. And we got a couple of them that we'll have to mark down as junk also, because we done robbed parts off of them, and any of that stuff that we can rob parts off of, that's what we've been doing, because the parts cost us more than what them things are gonna bring.
Right.
So, but we've about robbed all the parts we can rob.
Well, I'll second the motion.
Okay. Got a motion by Second District Magistrate Logsdon, a second by Fourth District Blamwell to approve the road department's surplus list. Sam, call the roll, please.
Logsdon.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Blamel.
Yes.
Judge Summers.
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Motion carried.
And then, while Robert's here, this is just a little bit out of the norm, but we're going to run an ad on all the appropriate media to hire some CDL drivers for the road department. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yep. We're going to get that going.
Our 2 full-time.
2 full-time folks. We just had another gentleman just retire the other day.
I've got a question. If they don't have their CDL, can they still be hired as long as we give them 6 months to get their CDLs?
Okay, we'd like to just hire 2 with CDLs, that's full-time, already set and ready to go, somebody with some good background already. So we just put them straight in the truck and go.
Because we're down 3 or 4 that have retired
Yeah.
that we haven't replaced, right?
Yeah, we're down, we're down six. We're down six, and we've hired one, so we're down five.
He didn't have a CDL.
Yeah, he's got a CDL.
Oh,
Now, we got the two part-timers that don't have CDL. But,
So we need some people that can drive the dump trucks, so for the snow,
Yeah.
blacktop.
and the two I got, I don't foresee them advancing on up to the CDL after working them for a couple months. So,
Do we know the advertised starting pay for these CDL drivers?
I was gonna get with Janice there, but we structured something here, we just ain't had it passed yet. But wanna start them out as, Road Tech B, if they got their CDLs. If, without CDLs, we want to go with a C, which is $22 an hour. Road Tech B will be $23 an hour. And then, they'll only advance if they meet everything and finally move up to an A, which that's gonna take a while.
So if we know anybody out there looking between $22, $23 an hour, full-time position,
Yeah,
CDL guys,
the ones we're looking for will be the B, so it'll be 23.
Yeah.
Class B.
At least
Yep.
I'm very happy to hear this because I feel that you need it down for quite some time. But y'all did do a great job there in the snowstorm.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially if you're 5 people short.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, we was, this past weekend, we was down 3. Had one sick and we're short 2. So I had another one retired last week.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Robert, thank you.
All right, thank y'all.
Thanks, Robert.
Surplus list from the Sheriff's Department.
Judge, if anyone has any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. Basically, it's various and sundry stuff. As we conduct our inventory of property in January of most every year, and I say most, every year. And in that, these are things that, as they pointed out, they submitted, and these are items that are either obsolete, damaged beyond reasonable repair, or no longer needed for the operation of the sheriff's office.
Okay.
And what we'll do with those things, if it's damaged such that it's just absolutely worthless, we'll discard it. That's very little of that it is, and otherwise what we'll do is put it up for auction on government gov deals, which is a surplus property auction thing that has a national audience, and we'll sell it.
I do have one question on the jaws of life. Are they damaged or are they still something that can be sold?
The ones that, we had those donated to us by a fire department some number of years ago, and they're not, they don't work.
I'll make a motion that we accept the list provided by the sheriff's office for surplus items that has been presented.
Got a motion by 2nd District Magistrate Logston, a second by 1st District Magistrate to approve the sheriff's surplus list as presented. Sam, call the roll, please.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lemel,
Yes.
Summers,
Yes.
Sanders,
Yes.
Logston,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay.
Judge, if I might,
Sure.
I've got one other matter that's of pretty significance that I want to inform you all of. In 1942, the Kentucky legislature passed a law, KRS 432.570, which made it illegal for any person to possess a radio or a device that could monitor or send police signals in an automobile. And that then the last time it was updated was in 2000, and it makes it a crime for anybody to possess a device that can receive a radio signal that is a police band in an automobile. Well, with the profligation of Facebook and various and sundry apps that were technology, anybody that has a telephone now has the ability to monitor unsecured police radio channels. We started having trouble with this back in several years ago, and one night Mount Washington Police Department was dealing with a barricaded criminal, and they were bringing police assets in from various streets, and it was out on Facebook in real time as the police department was moving, and that created and creates ongoing a significant danger to our police officers. We now, with these apps that they have on these telephones, as we're trying to take and figure out how to catch these folks that are coming out here, these people that are breaking in our houses, our cars, etc., wherever they come from, they have the ability to hear real time what our police officers are doing as they're trying to bring our forces to bear. We had one incident where we had the shootout down in Lebanon Junction in 2022 where we had our K-9 officer was killed, and it was out to the public before the family was informed that the K-9 was killed. It was out, and that's how anyway. So what we've done, and every police chief in the county has agreed and worked at, and we've been in discussion and working at getting something going to get our Channel 1 secured. All of our other police channels, after this court got the new radio system, all the channels except Channel 1, police-wise, have been secured, but Channel 1 wasn't. Well, as of 8 o'clock this morning, every police radio in the county is now secured and cannot be heard with these apps and with those various and sundry items. And there's been some pushback because X number of folks good people enjoy sitting at home and listening to what's going on with the police. But I cannot, and we should not, put our officers in danger to satisfy the curiosity of the community.
Right.
So,
We agree, or I agree anyway.
well, thank you all. I just wanted to let you know that. I'll be glad to answer any questions if you have any about that.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Mr. Witchell, I have a question. Did you all get a chance to review the master services agreement?
Tammy Baker did, and she said
It's okay, good. So in front of you, we have the master services agreement that it's for like $1,500, is that right, Kenan?
Yes.
That we have to push out by law to all of our employees about, and it's all the way back to the Health Care Act that was presented 10 or 12 years ago, notifying each and every employee that basically we're guaranteeing them health care.
And that's once a year. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we accept the master services agreement and statement of work.
Okay.
Second.
Got a motion by 2nd District Magistrate Logsdon, a second by 4th District Magistrate Blamel to accept the master services agreement. Sam, call the roll.
Blamel,
Yes.
Summers.
Yes.
Judge Summers, I'm sorry. Sanders,
It's okay.
Yes.
Logsdon,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
And thank you. I do have one more. For the Economic Development Board, I'm going to recommend from Lebanon Junction, Tony Roberts, to fill a vacancy that we have on that board. I know it wasn't on there, but he didn't accept or I didn't get the communication back until this morning. Tony's an what I'm going to say, quasi-forward middle management executive, and he was also a special deputy a couple of times for the Sheriff's Department as well. Mr. Roberts is an outstanding member of our community who cares about our community. I'm going to put that in the form of a motion to appoint him to the Bullitt County Economic Development Authority Board.
I'll second.
And I have a second by Magistrate Johnson. Sam, call the roll, please.
Judge Summers,
Yes.
Sanders,
Yes.
Logston,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flamel,
Yes.
motion carried.
I have one more question that's, I have a one-page agenda. Do you have anything, Janice? Thank you. At this time, Vera?
First of all, I'd like to thank the Bullitt County homemakers for being here today. We appreciate your presentation, Drew. You did a great job, and thank you for the money. And Robert gone. I already thanked him, but that's all I had.
Okay. Thank you, Vera. Sean?
No, thanks everybody for coming out today. Don't have anything else.
Okay. Karen?
I'd just like to talk about the Maryville pool and making sure that we get it open this summer. We have a grant for $245,000 ready to go. So need to start seeing some action over there.
Thank you. Sean? Brian?
I don't have anything today.
Okay. And I'd like to thank everyone. We had a state of emergency in Bullitt County due to the cold and the snow. And Justin's going to give us a full detailed report at the next meeting along with Chris. We did over 250 medical runs in the last week or so as well related to it. And I can't thank Robert and the fire departments and Bill Peabody of the County Road Department the state foreman for the county roads for all that they did. We had a great operations center. A few of the folks stepped up. They spent the night to make sure all the communications were pushed forward. And I can't thank them enough for the efforts and the coordination that we did. And not only this court, but the court before, for approving the funding to build a state-of-the-art, literally, emergency management facility that we do have. And Ruth, Miss Eddington, I don't know all the rest of y'all's names, but I've been down there, I've seen your faces. Thank you all for all you did do. This was a Christmas present, starts the year out really nice. And can't thank you all enough. So, Vera, what time is it?
The time is 10:23, time to adjourn.
Okay.
Second.
I got a second by 4th District Magistrate Blamel. Sam, call the roll.
Sanders,
Yes.
Logston,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flamel,
Yes.
Judge Summers,
Yes,
motion carried.
thank you all. And I see what you presented. That stuff's so old. Yes, ma'am.